up, Division 2 agents? This is Gamer for Life back with another Division 2 build video. This is another hybrid build that just isn't even fair in any content lower than legendary content. Yes, you can see the gameplay that is on the screen is legendary, just to showcase how deadly it can be taking out legendary enemies. And if it has no problem taking out the enemies in the hardest content the game has to offer, then you know you will fly through any other content in the game. A true hybrid that hits like an all-red build, has 1.6 million armor, and it also has 6 skill tiers. And not the kind of skill tiers you have to acquire from stacking them up with a gun. Let's go over this build. So again, we'll go over the ninja bike because that's what brings all these extra brand set bonuses into play. Of course, we get all 3 core attributes with the ninja bike messenger bag, 12% for the expertise roll with a 12% crit damage mod. And the talent is resourceful, slots in with any equipped gear set and or brand set item to fulfill a requirement towards unlocking a gear set's bonus, can unlock bonuses from multiple sets simultaneously. We do have 2 pieces of the Palisade Steelworks, and of course with the ninja bike it unlocks that 3rd piece as well, plus 10% armor on kill, 60% health, and plus 1 skill tier for the brand set bonuses. And everything is going to be rolled with crit chance or crit damage, except for this one roll on our chest piece. I would rather have had, crit damage there, but you can't go wrong with skill damage on this build either. And what we have is 2 pieces of your Empress International. Now they did buff it initially. They buffed it in the PTS to give us 20% skill damage, but they took it away because the 3rd piece, the skill efficiency, which gives you every single skill attribute in the game. If you didn't know what skill efficiency does, that's what it does. It's just too powerful. So they reverted it back to the way it was. So these 3 brand set bonuses plus 10% skill health, plus 10% skill damage, and 10% skill efficiency. So we do have a crit chance mod here. We did have a crit chance mod on the mask as well. And the talent is kinetic momentum. When in combat, each skill generates a stack when active or not on cooldown. Stacks increase your total skill damage by 1% and total skill repair by 2%, up to 15 stacks per skill, lost when on cooldown. And 12% for the expertise roll. Every piece on this build is 12% for the expertise roll. Alright, and then we do have 1 piece of Brazos, the Picaro's holster. Brand set bonuses gives us plus 10% skill haste and 1 skill tier. And also what this name item gives us is plus 15% weapon damage for an attribute. Alright, we'll go over the skills. We do have the Assault Turret, skill tier 6, plus 120 damage, 420 health, 10% for the expertise roll, and the mods plus 5% damage, 7.5 duration, and 7.5% skill haste. Then we do have the Striker Drone, again tier 6, 120 striker damage, 420 health, 15% for the expertise roll, 7.2% duration, 9.7 health, and 4.8% damage. So some great damage from the skill tiers and also the kinetic momentum, giving us that beautiful damage for our skills, and also our main weapon, giving us some beautiful damage for our skills as well. So you can see this is the capacitor. Look at the total damage, 129.1k. That is ridiculous. It's basically, like I said, shooting like an all red build. That's how much damage it has on it. And there's a reason for that. And we'll go over that talent in a minute. But here's one thing as well. You pretty much have to kind of get lucky with the roll because at the moment you cannot optimize damage to armor. So yeah, I got pretty lucky with this one. I got a roll that almost had max damage to armor, and it did roll with max damage to target out of cover, and I just optimized the AR damage. So there is 12% for the expertise roll. You can get up to 12% without having to use any exotics. And then the talent, shooting enemies builds stacks to a cap of 40. Each stack grants 1.5% skill damage after 5 seconds, stacks decay 1 per second. So when we get full stacks, another 60% damage for our skills. And then The way we're getting even more damage with this is for each skill tier, gain 7.5% weapon damage. So yeah, that's how the gun is hitting for 129.1k, which is just, again, beautiful. The secondary is a shotgun. We don't really use it. It has Optimus on it. Yeah. So like I said, we are at 6 skill tiers straight up because we get a skill tier for each of these brand sets. We have 3 skill tiers rolled. Well, we have 2 skill tiers rolled on these pieces. Of course, the Ninja Bite gives us all 3 core attributes, and then our specialization, which we're going to get into in a second, because we need to go over the stats for our gun because it has some beautiful crit on it. 56% crit chance and 135 crit damage, 75 headshot damage, 11% armor damage. So that is, for a 6 skill tier, 1.6 million armor build, having that kind of crit and this damage. I mean, this is an absolute true hybrid build. So let's go ahead and go over the specialization. Like I said, Technician gives us the 1 skill tier, plus 12% damage to drones, skill proxies, and robotics. Armor kit also applies to all friendly skill proxies within 10 meters. Artificer Hive, if you choose to use that. Party members within 5 meters of your deployed and undisrupted skills are immune to shock and disruption. Gain 15% bonus armor while aiming a skill, 50% pulse resistance, and make sure and have this on skill damage. Now I was I did change because I was doing the incursion and I was a healer. But yeah, just make sure this is on skill damage for this build. It gives us 10% skill damage. And of course, your main gun that you have equipped, just make sure you have that unlocked on your specialization so you're getting that extra 15% increased damage. So that is the build, my friends. I really hope you give this one a try because this makes challenging or heroic content a breeze to get through. And honestly, I'm gonna have to start stacking up some builds on my second character's loadout, because with the new update, it has definitely brought out a lot of different builds that I want to keep in my permanent loadout, and my main character is already full of them. Of course, these builds are just templates for you to tweak to your own personal playstyle, and if you do, I would love to hear how you are running it in the comments. Alright, so that's gonna do it, my friends. I do have some heroic gameplay coming up, so stay tuned for that. I hope everyone is doing good and staying safe out there, and as always, my YouTube family, take it easy.
We need you to secure the memorial and remove the True Sons forces. They maintain this outpost. The True Sons will be a direct threat to the campus.
I think I got something. Take them on! You're gonna die today! I have to do this without it!
Got a visual on additional hostiles in the memorial compound. They're moving south. There's a gate between you. It looks closed from here.
Agent, you'll need to find a way to open that gate.
here! Okay, watch out! Hurry! Left, right! Hostile engaged! Take a beating!
All clear. I repeat, compound is all clear.
No, that can't be all of them. Check the interior while I get Henry's people to maintain the perimeter.
Where were they?
Intrusives have turned the memorial into a base. An area beneath you would increase security. Isaac can't access data on this location. Stay alert. I don't know what you're walking into. according to the schematics Isaac pulled upstairs. We can lock that tunnel door from their control center. That should keep them from being able to transport those mortars loaded with P-62. That should keep them from getting more of those mortars.
You think close to the tunnel is smart? Fuck you! You slot yourself in with us. I'll make sure you rot down here.
Ryan Boone!
Go on and head back up. The team from the campus is taking position inside the memorial.
If you hadn't stopped them, I know they would have used those weapons on us, and we would have ended up like Castle. I can't tell you how relieved I am to have you on our side. Thank you.
Today, we dealt a great blow to the True Sons infrastructure. We confiscated a massive cache of chemical weapons and eliminated a stronghold near the campus. You should be proud. You saved a lot of lives today.